If you're serious about moving to Asuncion, Paraguay, or maybe you've already arrived, you're probably realizing that moving here is a lot more than just booking an Airbnb. When I first moved here, I had hundreds of questions in terms of getting set up that no single YouTube video could answer for me. Questions such as, what should I do in my first 72 hours? Or who can I contact for apartments off of Airbnb? What are the best grocery stores, restaurants, cafes to go to or work from? Which hospitals or doctors can I actually trust in case of an emergency? Who should I bank with? What are the best communities or meetups that I should join? Which local contact should I have saved into my WhatsApp? And a lot more. And you're probably digging through a ton of YouTube videos, Facebook groups, or even WhatsApp chats whenever one of those questions come up. So my friend Brody and I organized everything into one single guide, and inside you'll find answers to all of those questions, including 100+ contacts that you should have saved into your WhatsApp, and all of the practical information that makes moving to Asuncion easy and smooth. And in this video, I'll give you a sneak peek of what's actually inside and show you how it can save you countless hours of research and make your move to Asuncion much smoother than it was for us. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Alex. I left the US in 2022. Now I live in South America full-time through earning remote income, and I help other men do the same. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing. Let's get into the video. This video should be short and sweet. I'm basically going to give you an overview, a sneak peek overview of what's inside Everything Asunción, all right? And I want to give credit where credit's due. So the idea behind this came from a friend named Brody. And Brody is someone who has lived in Asuncion longer than I have. He's also very well connected in this city. So he is someone that I wanted to partner with on a project such as this one. And like me, Brody is also in remote sales. So in remote sales, there is something called an onboarding process, or an SOP, right? A standard operating procedure whenever you join a new company or a new offer, so that you can get integrated quickly and smoothly and really get up to speed and start producing results very quickly, right? So his thinking was, wouldn't it be cool to have an SOP process for moving to a new city such as Asuncion? And that's basically what this document is. So think of this like an onboarding process to allow yourself to get integrated, to get situated, to get set up into Asuncion in this case specifically, much quicker and easier than you could ever do on your own. All right, so let's go ahead and give you a quick overview. Basically landing, settling, and living well in Paraguay, specifically Asuncion. You can see here there's 129 contacts, there's 109 direct numbers, there's 18 sections, and that's what I'm gonna give you an overview right now. All right, so I'm gonna try to run through this pretty quick. Section 1, you get emergency phone contacts that you should have saved into your WhatsApp number starting from day 1. There's also a first 72 hours onboarding process, so what to do in what specific order your first 3 days in the city. As far as getting around, this has to do with transportation. So what app should you have downloaded into your phone? Everything to do with public transportation, with driving, even getting a driver's license if that's something that you want to do. Even removal companies when it comes to dealing with apartments. And speaking of apartments, there's also a housing section. So we go into which buildings are ideal to get started in, agents that you can work with, contacts that you should have that are going to give you access to apartments outside of Airbnb and give you updates as far as what's available in the market, again, off of Airbnb. I think this section alone is going to be very useful to probably 95% of you. We also have a section on setting up your home, like where to buy furniture, how to hire moving companies, where to buy appliances, and stuff like that for someone who's more serious in buying unfurnished apartments. This is going to be useful to pretty much all of you. Household services, as far as laundry services, cleaning, even AC repair. So if you want someone to come to your apartment on a weekly basis or every other week, or however often you want, we have trusted contacts that you can hire for help when it comes to cleaning and laundry, even delivery services. Food is another big section. A lot of you are going to want to know which are the best places to eat out. We go into meal prep companies as well. So if you're someone who likes to eat more healthy from home and you don't like to cook too much, you'll have contacts to meal delivery companies. Or if you're someone who does like to cook, then which are the best grocery stores that you should go to in the city? In terms of health and medical, what are the best clinics? What are the best hospitals? Who are some good doctors? What insurance should you look at? And then sports and fitness. If you're someone who's a little more active, I mean, paddle is one of the best activities you can get into. And it's pretty simple to get started in, especially if you're somewhat athletic. This is the best way to make new friends, to build community. So here you'll learn more about the paddle community, which places you can go to, yoga, what are the best gyms as well. As far as permanent personal care, we go into barbers, spas, and salons that you could use. Legal tax and residency, we give you some more contacts in terms of attorneys, the process in terms of getting your residency and your cedula. Money and banking is a good section as well. What are the best banks you can use? How do you exchange cash, crypto? In terms of language, who you can learn from to learn Spanish and Guarani if you want to get a little more integrated than most people. Shopping and shipping is pretty self-explanatory. self-explanatory. If you guys want to bring stuff or if you want to ship into the country or out of the country, who do you use? Weekends and getting out. So this is basically when it comes to being outside of the city. Eventually, if you're in the city for long enough, you've experienced everything, you might get a little bored. So what to do outside the city and where to go. This is another important one, guys, as far as which community should you join, which meetups should you join, how to actually make new friends and meet people in the city. And this is going to be an evolving document. There's still more to build here. So we're going to share some honest gaps that are still missing and that will include down the road, which you'll have access to for life. And then some practical notes as well that are specific and unique to Asuncion, Paraguay. I also want you to know that every contact in here is a real person or business that has been actually used, meaning nothing is aspirational, nothing was copied off a directory without being checked. Okay, we even have markers inside the document. Whenever you see a star, for example, what that means is that contact has been personally vetted. We recommend them without hesitation. And then whenever you see the EN, that means that they speak English. Whenever you see ES, that means Spanish only. And that's it for this video, guys. Like I said, pretty short and sweet. And look, if you're serious about moving to Asuncion, or even if you're still in the researching phase, I think either way, you're going to receive a ton of value from Everything Asunción. Again, if I had this, or if Brody had this before arriving in Asuncion, it would have made our lives much more simpler and easier than what we did on our own. So if you made it this far into the video, we are offering this at a launch price of only $79 USD through the entire weekend until Sunday. After Sunday, the price is going to be $97 moving forward. And as we get more reviews and add more to the document, that price is going to increase gradually over time. So if this is something that you want, you can grab it below. Link is in the description. And my hope is that this is going to save you countless of hours, weeks of research. It's going to help you avoid common mistakes that you would have done on your own. And most importantly, that it makes your move to Asuncion much smoother than it was for us. Or if you're still not quite there yet, then check out the video I did on my favorite things about living in Asuncion, Paraguay. You can find it right here, and I'll see you there.